Hi YouTube, it's James M0ZEH, and hopefully the camera focuses, sorry. Yeah, it's all over the place. I use Homeassistant at home to control the lights and many other things in the house. You can see the light up there, that's a Philips Hue light. Now one of the downfalls is, it means I don't normally use the switch, because if you turn the switch off you can't turn the light back on, with the Homeassistant of course, because there's no power. There's many ways around that, but anyway, that's what I've got, so the power has to remain. Now one of the things that happens a lot for me is I'll leave the office and forget to turn the light off, because I'll leave the switch on, go and do something else, and a couple of hours go by. Now while the Philips Hue is reasonably cheap to run of course, I'd rather that the light switched off, and I thought there's several ways to tackle this. I could put a sensor up in the corner that monitors me, or monitors my movement I should say, sorry, and the problem is I don't really move too much when I'm sitting at my desk working. So it's very likely that the timer will expire and the light will turn off, and I thought, well, that's not a very good solution. So what I really need is a piece of software that runs on the computer in the background. Now I'm hoping to upload this to my GitHub soon, so that others may benefit from this. This is a daemon that's going to run in the background, and it connects to the Xorg server. I'm using X11 on this Fedora install, to see when the last input was, so it counts the idle time. Now I'm just scrolling through the code there, so this should be available on my GitHub, and when it is I will post a link in the description. But to explain, this runs in the background, which essentially means when I move the mouse or I touch the keyboard, the timer is reset. However, when I leave the computer idle after a set amount of time, now for testing I've set that to 30 seconds, we send an MQTT message to the broker, that's not the real IP address, and to the port, of course with the following topic, and we tell Homeassist to do something. So I can show you this running. So if we come up to my terminal there, I'm going to run XT, which is what I've called the program. As I run that, you'll see that it says connection successful, because it's connected to the MQTT broker, and if we go to our terminal, we can actually see that the program started. You can see I've tested it a few minutes before, but we do log to syslog. Those options are, you can switch those on and off by defining those in the top there. I've got debug on at the minute, which prints out the activity time. So as we can see, if I type a key, we can see it resets to 0. If I move the mouse, we can see it resets to, we can see it resets to 0. Now if I leave this counting away, without putting any inputs into the computer, we will find that it will actually turn the light off in here after the predefined amount of time, and we should see on the output that it will show us that it's done so. Of course normally this would be running in the background with no SD out, but for demo we can see, there we go, it's gone dark in here, and sure enough the light has gone off. Now if I move the mouse, we can see that the input timer has reset, and we sent a message. Now if we go back to our log here, we can see where it turned the light off, and then we can see I moved the mouse and we turned the light back on. So it's not complicated, but a lot of fun, and it seems to work quite well, so I'm pretty happy with that.